Is this a setting powder? I thought it was a blush. What the heck? Alright everyone, so let's get started. So as you probably noticed, or maybe not, I don't know, but I've been gone for the past month. So it's really weird to be back in filming again. I really want to keep up with the Makeup Mondays. I really have a lot of fun doing them, so I really want to keep them up. But yes, so I'm not going to speak too much. I think I'm going to jump right into the makeup. So for today's video, I really wanted to, you know, sit down, play with makeup, see where the makeup is going to take us. I did receive a couple of makeup items in the mail, and I'm so excited just because I've been seeing like their products online, and their products, they look so pretty, and like I wanna try it all. So I was super excited when they reached out and they wanted to send me some of their items. So we have a couple of these items right here. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So this is a brand called Florasis. This brand looks absolutely gorgeous. So today we are going to be playing with some of these items. Also, as you can notice, I do have some makeup right now. I just got back from work, so I'll need to remove the makeup I have on my face. So I'm going to take some makeup wipes and I'm going to remove the makeup. Am I the only person to I have 5 packages of these wipes and all of them are opened. Am I the only one to do that? Alright, so like usual, I do have an idea of what makeup look I want to create. I really want to do something very smoky with gray and reds. So to begin, I'm going to be using the Fenty Skin Hydra Visor. This moisturizer I've been using non-stop. It's really nice, very lightweight, very nice for sensitive and acne prone skin. There is a little bit of fragrance in here, so if you do have very sensitive skin, maybe get the sample size before buying the full size. That's what I did, and I ended up really liking it, so I did purchase the full size one. But yeah, this moisturizer I do really enjoy. So I'm just going to do maybe 3 pumps of that, and I'm just going to rub this into my face. Next, I'm going to be priming my lids. We're going to be starting with the eyes, just because like usual, I'm very indecisive, so whenever I do a eye makeup look, I always like to have the option to remove the eye makeup look without messing up my face makeup. So yes, I'm going to be starting with my eyes, and also if we do get some fallout, it'll be easier to remove the fallout. To prime my eyelids, I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. It's a really nice eyeshadow primer. It's really nice. I don't know what else to say. It's very lightweight and it does the job. I'm also going to take a little bit of that on my under eye. So next, what I want to do, we're going to play with some eyeshadow, and for today's look I really want to play with grays, and like the only gray eyeshadow I have are from Cool. So Cool sent me a couple of months ago like a box with some of their items, and I did a first impression video on these products, so I'm going to link the video right up here. I think today I'm mainly going to dip into these 2 products. So we first have the quad, the eyeshadow quad in the shade Seize the Day, and then we also have the single shadow in the shade Awaken. What I want to do first, I kind of want to sketch out where I want my makeup look to go. So I think I'm going to start using a fluffy but dense kind of brush. So I'm going to take this one right here. This is a Luna Magic brush. I have no idea what model or number this is, because it doesn't really have any numbers. It's only written Luna Magic. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go into this shade right here from the quad. It's like a really light gray shade. You can use any gray shades you have, and I'm just going to do one eye at a time. I'm going to start right here on my outer corner, so I'm just going to pack this eyeshadow right there on the outer corner, and I'm mainly building the shape up. This shade is not really doing it for me, but I think instead I'm going to take that with a fluffy brush. This is a Lavish fluffy tapered brush, and just because this shade is so light, I'm just going to use that shade to set my crease in place and create kind of a transition. Just because this shade is very light. It doesn't really do much. It's kind of like blending away. Instead, I'm going to go into that single shadow with the more compact brush, and I'm going to do the same thing. I feel like right now these are not working as well as I remembered. So I'm just packing this on my outer corner, and then I'm going to bring some of that in my inners. Kind of creating a halo eye. These shadows are not working like I remembered. Oh god. This eyeshadow is looking really patchy. I feel like this is not a good base for the eyeshadow look I want to create. So I'm actually going to remove this and I'm going to start over using the different shadows. Alright, so I'm back. I'm not really sure what's going on with these. I'm going to go into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is really old. These are like the only gray shadows I have. So I have to use this. I don't have another choice. This palette is very old. Not sure if it's still good, but you know, I'm going to try. So I'm going to take that fluffy lavish brush and I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's like a light gray brown shade and I'm going to use that as a transition. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's a little bit more intense. So I'm mainly just packing this shade on the outer. And I want to create a very rounded type of shape. I'm going to go into that other brush. And I'm just going to start and bring this shade a little bit towards the crease. But just a little bit. And also you might be noticing I'm not really blending the edges that much. I really just want to pack the pigment on. And I kind of also want this to be a little bit harsh. I don't want it to be too blended. Alright, I'm also going to take some in my inner corners right here. So I'm just going to stamp the eyeshadow right here in my inner corners. And I'm going to bring this a little bit towards the crease also. I'm even going to take a angled beveled brush with that same shade. And I'm going to define the crease. I'm kind of going to create a very harsh line on the outer edge of the eyeshadow and bring it on top of the eyeshadow on the outer corner. Next, I'm going to go into the deeper gray shade and I'm going to use that on a very small flat brush. And I'm just going to use that shade to enhance the colors. Don't really worry about the shape because we can clean it up after. This eyeshadow is really weird. Not sure how I feel about it right now. Oh god. Why is it always like this? And now I'm just going to work and blend a little bit more of these edges. I think I'm going to go into that cream shade with a fluffy brush and I'm going to like just set the center of my lid. Just to make everything a little bit more blended. Ooh, that's an ugly shade. Oh god. Oh god, what have I done? Okay, that's better. Woo! That was not pretty. So now I'm just taking a Q-tip that has nothing on it. I'm just tapping over some of the edges because some edges are looking very harsh. And I do want it to be a little bit more blended than what it is right now. So I'm just going to take a wipe and try to like clean this makeup look up a little bit just because it's looking very harsh, very rough. Let's pretend these are symmetrical planks. Alright, so now what I want to do, I want to play with some red liner. So we're going to do something very weird, very funky, because this is not already very weird and very funky. But I'm going to go into my NYX SFX Cream Color Palette, and I'm going to go into the red shade right here. So I'm going to take that cream shade with a very small, precise brush, and I really want to create I want to follow the roundness of the eyeshadow. So I'm going to line my eye and then on the outer corner I'm going to follow the shape of the eyeshadow and same on the inner corner. So I'm just going to start and line my lid. And on the outer corner I'm not really going to follow my lash line. I'm going to start and bring this up. And also, just because this red is not really as bright as I would want it, I'm just going to dip into a little bit of the white, and I'm just going to go on top just a little bit. I don't want this to turn pink, I just want to brighten up this red just a little bit. And I think I'll definitely need to set this down, just because we do have that very deep gray shade underneath, so it's not really as bright as I would want it. So I'm going to take a beveled, very small detailed brush, and I'm also going to go into my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and I'm going to go into the shade called Heart On, which is a really bright, like red orange shade. And I'm just going to set the cream product in place. Oh yeah, that's much brighter. Alright, and now I'm going to do the part in my inner corners. So I'm just going to flick a line in my inner corners, going towards the line we created on top. Very interesting, very interesting. I love makeup because whenever you start, you're like, I hate this is not going to be good, but when you do it, it's so satisfying. Now we're going to start working on the complexion, just because we are planning on using a powder blush. I don't think I want to do something too dewy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by applying some concealer. I don't think I want to do too much foundation today. Actually, I might do a little bit of foundation just to like unify the skin a tiny little bit. So I'm going to be using my Milk Flex foundation in the shade Shell. This is definitely too dark for me, but I'm going to make it work. Don't worry. I'm going to put some on my cheeks, on my forehead, around my chin, and I'm really going to blend this out. I don't want to look too yellow, I just want to unify my skin just a little bit. Alright, and for my concealer, we are going to balance out this very yellow foundation. So I'm going to be using my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Swan, and I'm just going to place just a little bit on the high points of my face. Next, I'm just going to set some areas of my face down, just because I don't want to be too shiny. So I'm going to be using my Milk Translucent Powder. I'm going to take that with a very small fluffy brush, and I'm just going to set some areas of my face down. So for example, my under eye, also around my chin, because I have a lot of texture there, so I just want to set everything down. And then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to very lightly go like that in my powder, like nothing much, and just set the rest of my face, but nothing too crazy. For my bronzer, I really want to go into this one right here. I've been using my Hourglass Ghost Edit palette, and as you can see, it's really well loved. I'm almost out of these upper shades. I've been using this non-stop, and I really want to finish this one before starting this one, but like I can't help myself. I still want to like dip into this palette. Look at how, look. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush. I'm going to go into the bronzer, and I'm just going to warm my complexion up around my temples, in my cheekbones, on my nose, and the neck, because I need the balance. And now for the fun part. Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're going to open this one up. Oh my god. So this is the Florasis Gorgeous Peach Blossom Powder in the shade number 3. So we're going to open it up. Oh my god, it looks like this. Whoa, it's really big. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my god. Okay, I need to breathe for a second. Okay, so it looks like this. And then look how cute this is. This is so soft. Wow. And then you have the little mirror in here. Okay, that's weird. What the heck is this? Is this a setting powder? I thought it was a blush. What the heck? It's a powder! Oh my goodness, I was sure this was a blush. It's like gorgeous peach blossom powder. Like peach, of course, it's a blush. It's a powder. I just set my whole face. I usually never set my face down, but I setted my face down so that I can use the powder blush. I'm really mad at myself. Okay, I'm still going to set my face down because I really want to try this. Look at how beautiful this is. Okay. So I'm going to take the little puff. Oh my god. I'm going to put the... Okay. This looks really white. This looks really chalky. I feel like this would probably have a lot of flashback. This is a really white powder. Alright, so this is mattifying my skin. I'm already very dry. I'm actually really dry. I'm desert dry, so usually I don't really like to use that much powder. The mirror is very small. It's like a really tiny mirror. It feels a little bit cheaper than what I thought, like it's plastic. Like I feel like this kind of resembles Physician Formula in the sense that there's a lot of plastic for the wrapping, but there's not a lot of product. It did a really nice job setting my face down, but like I have very dry skin, so it doesn't really do much for me. My pores, they seem a little bit smaller. Like my skin does not have a lot of texture right now. I feel like this is a really nice like powder. It's really fine. It doesn't make me look like cakey, so that's good, I guess. But I'm not really the kind of person to use powder all over my face like that much. So yes, I'm kind of like, I feel dry. I need to add more bronzer now because I just went over my bronzer. Oh my goodness, give me back some color. So because we don't have a new powder blush to try, I'm going to take the blush from this palette as well. I'm going to take that with a duo fiber brush, and I'm just going to, you know, blush my cheeks. Just place this on my cheeks. Why not? I'm also going to use the highlight from this palette, so I'm going to take that with this brush right here. This is a BH Cosmetics highlight brush, and I'm just going to place this on the very high points of my cheeks. I'm also going to take some on my temples. I'm kind of liking the look of a matte face right now. I don't know who I am. And also another thing I've been kind of liking to do whenever I want more shine to my face, I discovered a way to use this because this highlight, this is the Marc Jacobs Cherry Highlight, and this is way too dark for me as a highlight, so I've been using this kind of like a bronzer topper. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to take that on the same duo fiber brush. I'm just going to like remove the blush from it, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of that highlight, and I'm just going to go over my bronzer with this, just to like give a healthier, shinier look to my face. Next, I'm just going to fill in my brows really quickly. I'm going to be using my Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit in the shade number 3. And then I'm going to set them down using the 24-hour brow setter. So yes, I'm just going to fill my brows in like usual. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my brows right now, but this one looks very surprised. I'm just going to grab a little bit more of that very dark shade on that flat brush, and I think I'm just going to smoke this shade just a little bit on my lower lash line. Yeah, just like that. I don't want something too crazy for my lower lash line. Next, I'm just going to pop on some mascara. I'm going to be using my They're Real Magnet mascara from Benefit. This mascara I've been using non-stop. It's really, really good. And I'm also going to add a little bit on my lower lash line. And now for the fun part. Actually, before the fun part, I'm going to set my face in place. I'm going to be using the Illamasqua Setting Mist. This setting mist is gorgeous, beautiful, amazing. It gives the most beautiful hydrating veil on the skin. It makes the skin look like skin. I really, really like it. So now for the fun part, we are going to be opening these lipsticks. I'm so excited. I keep saying that. Let's open this up. The packaging again, so pretty, so cute. Oh This looks really pretty. Okay, let's see the design. Wow, I'm going to try and do a close-up for you, but I can't believe how... I need my glasses. I can't believe how small this is. Like, from their Instagram photos, this, like, the embossing, it looks, like, thick. It looks, like, bigger. But I can't believe how tiny this is. All of these shades are really red. Like, there is not really a neutral shade. So I'm going to be using the shade M126, which is the most red, like classic red shade I have. And I think I need to use a lip liner because we are using a bright red shade. To line my lips, I think I never really tried this with a red liner. Usually I think I would need to use a red liner with a red lipstick, but I kind of want to use my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao. So I'm just going to line and contour my lips using this. Alright, so I think that's the best I can do. These, they feel really creamy, really creamy. And creamy to the point that it might hit the sides of the tube, so it's probably going to ruin the embossing. But like these, they feel really comfortable. And I actually really like this lip liner with this lipstick. That's a really nice classic red lipstick. And this lipstick, it's not totally a gloss and it's not matte. It's a really nice satin finish and it feels really thick on the lips and very hydrating. That's pretty much it for today's video. Actually, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something? Anyways, this is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm so happy to be back. Let me know in the comments below if you're also excited. I'm really excited. And I really hope to keep up with the Makeup Mondays now that I'm settled and now that I have time to film and do makeup looks. Tonight was so much fun. I had so much fun. But yes, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the Makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.